Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Let's see. Do that. Very cool. Now, let me see who was here first. Okay. Wow, you guys are having a nice conversation. I'm scrolling and scrolling. Mystic Toxin is here first. Thank you so much. And Ann Fu is here. Noreen Bengali, Mashar. Is that Yolanda Burham? Okay, Barnham. Thank you so much for being here. And I like that name, Yolanda. Carol Delancey, hello. Marshar is here. Shirley Kearney, Georgia Walker, Ulibi ND. Let's see. Connie Bomber! Connie Bomber! Hey, Connie Bomber. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. All right. So you probably have caught on by now. After I get to Connie Bomber, I'm like, and a host of friends and others, like Elaine Parker, and let me see. I see Mary H., Joya Moore, Fancy, Mimi M., Joyce Yvette Davis, and a host of friends and others. Okay, so I'm just going to go all the way to the end and see who was in last. Wow, this is a lot of chatting. I'm still scrolling. I'm getting a cramp in my finger. Okay, Truth Over Tradition and B. Martin. Thank you so much. So that brings up the rear. And let's get on. What a big day. What a big day, huh? So you have Harry and Nacho in Japan. The last thing that we've heard from either one of them today is the shopping expedition, which you can see there's Nacho and Harry inside of a shop in Japan. And I tell you, for anyone visiting Japan for the first time, the second time, no matter how many times, it never gets old. It is such a wonderful place. And it is very easy to navigate, especially if you're in a big city. Don't worry about a language barrier. And I promise you, you can use your smartphone with just as much ease. I didn't need a SIM card or anything like that. I just got off the plane and I used my phone, and that's how I found the hotel, was using the phone and riding the train, just like everyone else. So easy peasy. And of course, there is Harry speaking with, I guess that is Honda, right? That's the guy that's over the charity there. And of course, Harry and the choir from South Africa. That was odd, but they just happened to be there. So fancy running into them, huh? Okay, and right here, let's start off with some shade that they decided to throw at Harry. Usually, I would even avoid skipping something like this, but I'm in such a good mood. And even though they're trying to be totally unpleasant and malicious, I am not bothered at all. Royal family removes Prince Harry. I'm sorry, remove Prince Harry's his Royal Highness title reference from website. Now, we don't know when that happened. It could be one of those things that someone in the media noticed and they just didn't say anything, or they did it today or yesterday and decided to alert the media, kind of like the thing with the cipher. If you remember how they tried to humiliate Harry with the cipher, something no right-minded person would have noticed without someone preempting the messages here and there, inserting little truth bombs. And then, of course, while the rest of the world was supposed to be mourning the Queen, they tried to torture Harry with this thing about And, Harry never mentioned anything about it. I am of the opinion that the ciphers, which is the initials that would go on the epaulets on his shoulders, I insist that they were probably at home in a drawer in Montecito, and he just didn't bring them. Okay, he said, I'm not wearing a uniform, so I didn't bring my ciphers. Whatever the case may be, the attempt to try to humiliate good King Harry was a failure. Although the Duke and Duchess of Sussex retained their HRH titles after stepping back as members of the royal family, they no longer used them. So, if you read that carefully, although the Duke and Duchess of Sussex retained their HRH titles after stepping back as members of the royal family, they no longer used them. They are of no useful anything here in the United States. Unless that, and I've said this a million times, I'll say it a million and one. Unless there is some language in a treaty or some law that nobody knows about, uh, something that could have been inserted years ago and forgotten, like, what is the protocol or disposition for a member of the British royal family or any royal family, then it serves no useful purpose. And I'm just about sick of hearing about it. Do you hear me? Sick! I'm sick of hearing about it. It serves no useful purpose. The agreement when the Sussexes left is that they would not use their titles for trade or commerce or anything like that, which they haven't. They are the most famous couple in the world. They're the most famous couple in the world. They're like Bogey and Bacall. They are the most famous couple in the world. They don't have a purpose to use those titles. If you say Harry and Meghan, everybody knows who you're talking about. Everybody knows. I mean, the world is on a first name basis with them as a couple, Harry and Meghan. And that's it. It's like being Lena Horne, Ella Fitzgerald. You know what I mean? It's Frank Sinatra. They're on a first name basis with the world, admittedly so as a couple, because there's the odd person to be like, who's Harry Style? Meghan to this or Meghan to that. But as a couple, they are a team and they are on a first name basis with the world. Harry and Meghan. Simple as that. Meghan and Harry. Everybody knows who you're talking about. So what is the point of the title? I don't know. Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. So again, it serves no useful purpose. It is just something that's very petty that they pull out when they need it. Like, for instance, when the momentum, and I do mean Harry has the big mo, when the momentum and everything is going his way, just like with Meghan, they always pull out something. Take a look here. House of Sussex. On the left side, you have Harry's heraldic cipher, badge, this, that, shield, crest. And on the right, you have that of the Duchess of Sussex. Harry's name is Prince Harry. They have and I promise you, there is no way that he would never be Prince Harry. Ever. That is who he is. And so his wife is Princess Henry of Wales, or as I like to say, Princess Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Even if they take the Sussex thing, which they're not going to do, by the way, even if they took that away, they're still a prince and princess of the realm. Full stop. That's it, period. And to show you how certain I am that that is accurate, I'm going to quote a very, very unlikely person who said the same thing in a very deep, husky voice, right? In a very pretentious, overly pretentious, posh tone. You won't believe who said it. Yes, Lady C actually said the same thing, that they won't take their titles. You see, it would set forth a bit of a, how do they say it? A spot of bother. It would cause a spot of bother because if you do that to them, every time someone crosses the line, some hereditary title amongst the aristocrats may be removed. Okay? Or if you want to take away one prince's title, why don't you take all of them? Take the entire lot of them. And even on the odd chance that they want the HRH, if they want the Sussex title, that is still Prince Harry. He's never had another name. He's Prince Harry. Well, he's got a lot of names, but he's still Prince Harry. And you can't take that away from him. It's impossible. So until, I would suppose, until Harry says otherwise, that is Prince Harry, and that's Princess Meghan, Princess Henry of Wales, or I'm sorry, yeah. As a matter of fact, yeah, Princess Henry of Wales, right? Are they still using that? Now that those other people are Waleses? Well, the point is, his name, his title, his birthright. And that goes to his wife. And according to the George V convention, the children are prince and princess. Now, if they want to go through some extraordinary means to pull some kind of hijinks while they are slipping in popularity, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I mean, I've made peace with it a long time ago. Whatever the Sussexes choose to do, I am going to support them. So if they say that we are no longer this or that, then I will cease and desist. I won't say it anymore. But until I get the signal, that is Prince and Princess as far as I'm concerned. And technically, she is a princess of the realm. I choose not to use the Henry because her name is Meghan. Let's see. He was born a royal, and no title can change that. Absolutely, absolutely. There's nothing that changes that one way or the other. It makes little or no difference in the modern world that we live in. We found out a long time ago that everyone in that family's blood is just as red as yours and mine, and it makes no difference. And if I can quote a lady from the islands, someone who knows people. Oh, by the way, Miss D. Bernard, congratulations for 15 months. Thank you so much, Harry. Prince Harry will always be a prince. He was born a prince. Meghan, Princess Meghan by marriage. Absolutely. Because they are man and wife. They are one. Under the law and in the eyes of God, they are one. Period.
And Prince Harry should be king. He should be king. Prince Harry, not William. William and all of them in there, Camilla is the wicked witch of the devil himself, because she is part of why Princess Diana is not here. I do not like them. I am from the islands, and we don't need them in the Caribbean. Get lost. Demolish the monarchy. This is 2023, okay? And I will support Harry 100%. I do feel for him. Yes, I do. And everything in the book is the truth. And Charles is the monster, not Harry. Harry is no monster, not Meghan. He is bringing the story out right now. They are evil people. They are not nice. Behind the wall, we all are one human being, and behind that wall there are no difference with me and you and any other Brits. Give the people back the money. They are just welfare recipients, living off the taxpayers of the British people. And the British people are stupid, supporting that nonsense monarchy. It is nothing. It's just a title. It means nothing, a title. I'm angry at them.
So there you go. You heard it from the lady from the islands. is one of those places where you will find truth, especially when you ain't expecting it. So now, if we want to go down this, as a matter of fact, you guys know that Willie is supposed to be going to New York soon. When it comes to titles, it does not help outranking Harry or Meghan because we all remember that embarrassing situation on Jeopardy. You guys know what I'm talking about? That embarrassing situation on Jeopardy when they asked the question.
Prince William was given the title Duke of this place. He's now the Duke of Cambridge. Despite living in the U.S., Prince Harry and Meghan Markle retain their titles Duke and Duchess of this place. Pam.
What is Sussex?
Correct.
Now, those are some of the smartest people in the world, the contestants of Jeopardy. And yet, when they gave the answer, you answer the answer with a question. On his wedding day in 2011, Prince William was given the title Duke of this place. And you got crickets. And when that same type of question was asked about Harry and Meghan. Despite living in the U.S., Prince Harry and Meghan Markle retained their titles, the Duke and Duchess of this place. What is Sussex? What is Sussex? I mean, she said it so fast. I mean, they all tried to chime in with their little buzzers, but the lady on the left, she got it first. What is Sussex? So, again, I would be a little bit like annoyed by the whole idea of them bringing up this mess again to try to embarrass Harry while he's traveling. They're trying to take away his momentum, but it's not working. It is not working. So ever since husband and wife stepped out of Westminster Abbey as working royals for the last time, I promise you, it makes no difference. It makes little or no difference, title or no title. They are the most popular royal couple in the world. They are the most popular couple in the world. So, take your titles and stuff it. And of course, who can forget when good King Harry, I mean, he's stronger and smarter and more resourceful through and through. Do you remember when they had that foot race for the heads together? And Harry laughed and just looked over his shoulder, and with little or no effort, like a lazy yawn, he just took off like a rocket. And poor William contorting his body in such to such deformities that he looks like some kind of crime scene chalk outline. I mean, let me see, how did they say it in The Wiz? And there we were, flat, splat, and stuck like that. Well, that's exactly how he looked, flat, splat, and stuck like that. It's like some type of anatomical jointed doll or something. Well, that's him and his wife. But you can see, and so I made a mention of it, and one of the squatties put it on Twitter. But yeah, I compared him to a chalk outline, and then I'd go on Twitter, and someone had actually put the two images together, which I thought was hilarious. So, but Harry is just stronger and better in every possible way, and that's just the fact. You can see here, Racing Harry said oh yeah, Baron, looks like a chalk outline from a homicide scene. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. And wait, if you think that's something, take a look at this one. what is going on with his knees? I would think that if you didn't point your knees to your left or right side, you might get more momentum. And Harry's just laughing. And William, with all of his superior breeding and anointings and stuff, he looks like some type of puppet or something on strings, like someone has a puppet and just yanking at the strings. And then, of course, behind him, you could see Kate is trying not to pass him up, not to humiliate him. But Harry is just magnificent. And the sooner he stops trying to compete with his brother, he might enjoy a relatively peaceful life. He will have peace of mind. And right there, these are some of my favorite photos of good King Harry. Look at the soldier and look at that slouchy thing next to him. Look at the little slouchy kid next to him. One is a soldier standing at full attention, and then the other one is just there, insecure, a bit of an oddball, and yet that's the one who's supposed to be the future of the family. Now, of course, they're children, and if they were still children, I wouldn't point it out, but since they're grown up adults, should I say, I'm just going to say it. Harry has always been a soldier. Look at him. He is standing at attention, and William is trying his best to mimic his brother. You see, he keeps cutting his eyes over there, trying to figure out, wait, how am I supposed to wait? William is in long pants. He's the big boy now. Harry is still in those little short breeches, but either way, there is a king, and then there is a future sovereign. The king is fully present for the situation, looking dapper, looking attentive, and with that very strong gaze of a warrior. Am I wrong? I mean, you can see it. You can see it. They say at a certain age, you just know. And then right here, look at that slack jaw, that sarcastic. You see, when a person is weak, when a person is weak, they have nothing to call upon but stale jokes, ridiculous anecdotes, and sarcasm. He has nothing to offer the conversation. The reporters, and you guys remember we watched this a while ago, the reporters were being polite to William by asking him the odd question here and there. They really wanted to speak to the Apache helicopter hero, Prince Harry. The one whose promotions they said was held back so that he wouldn't outrank his little doofus, his big doofus brother. It's so clear. It's so clear. Stevie Wonder can see what's happening here. It is so clear who's the real king. Now, given the order of birth, technically it's the one on the left, the one who has that Rodney Dangerfield look on his face. And look at the one who's confident, humorous, answering questions with precision, like a guided missile. He's just answering one question after the other, and still deferring to his weak older brother, his very weak older brother, so that he won't be embarrassed. And for the hate listeners who is going to try to flood the comment section before we block you for life, what I say is true. It takes a lot of imagination to try to build up that dweeb. And after a while, you're going to run out of things to say. Not that will stop you, but William is a big nothing and a nobody. He has title, he has rank, he even has $1 billion fortune. And for the 41 years he's been on this earth, he has little to show for actually making any type of change for anyone, not even for himself. He is just absolutely miserable, and he's trapped in his situation, and his brother outpaces him every step of the way. Good King Harry. You have Harry, who's strong and reliable and intelligent and resourceful, and then you got William, the weak William, just weak. No redeeming social value. None. Now, someone actually, that's, by the way, is Ingrid Seward. The one we was calling Deputy Dog. That's Ingrid. Ingrid admitted something today that usually is never brought to the fore. Okay? She admitted something today. So I'm going to share that with you so that you can hear her admission. Okay. Ingrid?
Weren't. Were always, I mean, I think we painted this lovely picture that they were great friends, but they weren't. There was always huge rivalry between them. And I think after their mother died, they had a sort of love-in together. They used to do a lot of interviews together, and they had that concert at Wembley. But they were never really great friends. There was always this rivalry, like, often with siblings there are. And I agree with Hannah. I can't see it happening until maybe many, many years in the future. If there were a disaster struck one or other of them, that would bring them together.
Yeah.
But I cannot see
nothing
it
short of that.
Nothing short of that. That's my feeling.
Weak. I tell you, I hope I don't get like a complex where I can't stop saying that. Could you imagine if they have to put me in an institution because I keep yelling, weak? Could you imagine? But I'm sorry. I call them like I see them. And poor weak Willie. Don't they have a pill for a weak Willie? Don't they have a pill for a weak Willie? Didn't I hear some tale of a pill that you use for weak Willies? Someone needs to give him a pill. That's bad. When you're down in trouble and you need a friend. Oh well, until they come up with a pill for a weak Willie, and I have it on good authority that they have one. In the meantime, he's just going to have to, I guess, twist in the wind. So I hear tell us a birthday today, is it? Happy belated birthday, Rosalind Gatewood. Wow, August the 4th. Oh, and you didn't want to say anything because of the Duchess. Can we dance it out, Baron? Certainly we can. All right. One for Rosalind. Okay. Hello. Ivy here. Hello, Ivy here. Hello, Ivy. Today is Lilibet Diana Mountbatten-Windsor's birthday. Meet me at the Royal Sussex party. Church Nellie's gonna be there. All right, Ivy out. You know what? I have not come down from my high yet. As you know, I All right. Well, happy belated birthday, Rosalind Gatewood, and many happy returns of the day. And thank you, Lydia. So, if you take a look here, Good King Harry, the one that they tried to exclude from his uniform. When you think of certain things, you think that they were made for certain people. Like, for instance, that uniform. Whoever designed it, however it evolved over the years, I'm sure that this is the exact person that they had in mind, was Prince Harry. I mean, he looks every bit the prince. Whereas the other, that weak Willie, uh, poor weak Willie, uncertain, nervous, fidgety, and compensating by using, I guess, incandescent rage among other hijinks to try to appear strong and certain. In other words, a bully. How do they say it is a scared dog that barks? A bully. And Harry, who knows himself, shows great restraint. And take a look there. They tried to humiliate him, but instead they actually showed who was the real king. I mean, you look at that photo. If you showed this to someone who didn't know anybody, you would be hard pressed to convince them that that was not the king in the center of that pack of misfits. You'd be hard pressed to try to convince somebody that that wasn't the king. It'd be impossible. It would be a lesson of futility. Take a look there. Good King Harry. I mean, he just stands out. Through an accident of birth, those other ones got there first, but I think somehow in the cosmos, however it happened, he was just too good for that place. Let's see. Joe Grubeck. Joe Grubeck. Let's see. It says here, I just want to inform the squad about the YouTube channel named Introvert Queen that made a fair video of Harry and Meghan. Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. And the deranged trolls have already started there. Let's bring some positivity. Well, amen to that. Thank you so much for the super sticker, and thanks for sharing that with us. Yes, I think I know who you're speaking about. I did see her channel a couple of times, but thank you so much. And always, we support any Sussex friendly channel here. We always support our Sussex friendly channels. Henry, Charles, Albert, David, who brought down Goliath, Mountbatten-Windsor. And this is a David versus Goliath. Goliath, of course, is not an individual. It's the institution. It's the royal rodents. It's the whole system that have oppressed so many people for so many years. And yet, somehow a child was born that that's changing all that. The power has shifted, if you will. And it takes a very strong person to stand up against them. Someone with sheer force of will, someone who won't be discouraged, who won't be moved by their hostility, by their threats. His life's work is his charity, and also challenging that monopoly that they have with the press over there. And so, however those shackles are broken, they will be broken. And Harry is the person to do it. So, if I can quote Pharaoh, so let it be written, so let it be done. Now, let's move on to Japan, shall we? And let's get rid of Narnia. Let's get away from, what is that y'all call it? Salt Island? That is so funny to me, Salt Island. Okay. So they say you got to have friends, and it is good to have friends, and friends we have. As a matter of fact, Harry's real brother, well, he has two brothers, but he's closer to Nacho, and then there's Prince Say So. Um, Nacho is in Japan with him, and it was so, so cute that they were out shopping for their wives today. Very, very adorable. I mean, it's like cute overload. Absolutely adorable. There you go. A big thanks to Tokyo for your generous hospitality and kindness towards us, and of course, for your continued support of Sentabale. And of course, you can see that they are shopping for their wives. Now, I'm looking behind them. I hope they ain't about to come home with those slippers. I mean, they're okay, but I hope that's not what they're. It's got to be something a little more stylish and practical there. Although they're not married to superficial spouses, so I don't think it matters. But I'm just saying, um, yeah, well, anyway. But I love this photo of them. Very, very cool. Let's see. Rosalind said their problem is they actually think that all that BS in the UK will affect Harry and Meghan. They don't pay attention to any of their fake stories. Yeah, I guess if you repeat it enough, people will believe it. And even worse, the people that's telling the lies, they seem to have been infected by their poison themselves. And it's just useless because the world is moving on and the Sussexes are moving on with it. So it does not matter. Oh, you like the sunglasses, huh? Yeah, you know what? I don't think I've ever seen either of those sunglasses before. I think Harry usually wears something darker. He usually wears like those wafers or whatever. So yeah, that is new. Yellow Rose Tea. Thank you so much for being here. What's that? Joanne Baker says, Nacho, Nacho, yummy. Where is Church Nelly? Please don't hurt me. Oh man, let's see here. Probably pearls for their wives, Mary H. Oh yeah, I think they do have like are they known for pearls there? I don't recall. But I know they eat a lot of seafood, so um but are those what are they, clams? Are those edible, those shells that the pearls come from? I know sometimes people find pearls when they're eating oysters, but yeah, I wonder about that. I don't really know that much about them. I just hate when I see how they harvest the pearls. Oh, they put the blanks into the pearls. I mean, into the clams or the shells, and then they put them back into the water. And in case you guys don't know, the pearls are actually made when like some type of particle is ingested by the clams, and the pearl is actually like, I would guess you would call it a scar tissue, really. But just like the shell itself is lined with that shiny, iridescent white or pink, or sometimes, well, anyway, that is them like protecting themselves from that impurity that's inside. And so, that's where the pearls come from. And so to harvest the pearls, they actually put blanks in. And so instead of the natural pearls, you get those, what do they call them, cultivated pearls. And yeah, so I don't know if there's like a big industry there, but it'd be interesting to find out. Let's see. Well, keep and pray. These vipers are offset by this. Yeah, I hope so too, Iris Woods. I hope so. We're doing our best. There's a few Sussex friendly channels. And of course, there are the people on Twitter and Instagram and such, and increasingly TikTok, and especially with some of the younger people on TikTok. That is an amazing wall of defense, and that's why the Daily Fail has decided to try to sneak over to the TikTok so that they could try to indoctrinate the kids with that nonsense. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. What was that one? Oh, okay. Yes, I'm getting to that one. So yeah, we're doing good here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so then there's Prince Harry talks about how sport is a is that conduit for healing in Tokyo. An Invictus Games participant thanked Prince Harry for saving his life, and I'll show you him very soon. But yeah, someone thanked Harry for saving his life. Very touching. And the thing is, yeah, Harry and of course all of the competitors and the families that comes out to support them, it really is a team effort. It really is a team effort. But Harry, of course, is the one who had the bright idea to bring something that is very much identical to the Wounded Warriors to the UK and then to the greater world. So he had a vision, he had a dream, and and what's so funny is they tried to offset this by talking about some nonsense today. This is huge. This is huge, just huge. And of course, there's Harry. I'm going to let you hear a little sound bite from him. I hope this is the right one. Nope, that's not. I hope this is the right one.
And they live a very fortunate life where they have a nice.
そこにみんなを呼び出したら結局これやっぱり一番いいというのがですね、学術的な研究でなって。
Every single element of the Japanese culture is really unique and very, very special. I noticed it my first visit in 4 years ago when I came for the Rugby World Cup, and I would happily live here if you'd have me. But thank you for your hospitality.
As said, we're in the top 1% of universities globally. So what do universities do? We're very...
With UNICEF. Now with the DC-10 fund, I hand...
People who are literally at rock bottom. They don't know what to do with their life. They themselves, their family, their children, every single element has been disrupted and changed forever. But then you give them the opportunity to sit on a rowing machine, you give them the opportunity to put a prosthetic leg on and run 100 or 200 meters and train for a goal, to suddenly have a purpose in life. Literally, it saves lives.
You gotta love it. I don't know what he's looking at. I don't know if there's people in the upper level there or what's going on there. But yeah. Anyway, the look of joy in his eyes. I mean, he's really, really in his element. And then you take a look here, and you can see where he first stepped on the stage there. Very cool. And I like the very traditional kimono that the guy is wearing. Nice touch. So in Tokyo today, Prince Harry attended the ISPS Sports Value Summit, which explored the power of sport as a vehicle to drive positive change in communities. In his role as Sentabale co-founder, Harry said, "I have long believed that sports is a conduit for healing, not just for the mind and body, but the world. Sport requires having a dream and a need for community. Whether banded together in victory or showing up with respect in loss, no one ever crosses a finish line or scores a goal without the help and belief of others. The lesson we learn on the field are often the same principles of philanthropy that that a mission, hard work, dedication, and partnership can make even the impossible possible. That is what giving back requires, and we are all capable of creating or joining a team to do so. So that was a quote from Prince Harry. Like I said, this guy is amazing. He's just absolutely amazing. Um, when it comes to the family, he is just simply the best. And so it's like at a certain point, you can't even really think about him being a part of that family because he's just so far removed from all of that infighting and backstabbing. So congratulations, Harry, for another fantastic day. Friend and polo champ Nacho Figueres, a Centabale ambassador, added, "It's wonderful to be here in Japan on behalf of Centabale, taking the opportunity to talk about the power of polo, a sport I love, and how it serves as a platform to raise awareness for our work. Next stop is Singapore, where we will be raising funds for Centabale, important work in Southern Africa, whilst enjoying a great afternoon of polo. On the August 12th, Harry and Nacho will play in the 2023 Centabale ISPS Honda Polo Cup in Singapore to raise money that will help children and young people affected by poverty, inequity, and HIV/AIDS in Lesotho and Botswana." So very, very cool. I love seeing this. This is just awesome. Okay, and I'm going to take a look at a couple of your comments here. Okay. All right. So let's move on then. I don't know who the guy in the center is. I'm embarrassed to say I don't know. I'm sure he did something important. So next. And this is the guy that, let's see, Australian Navy veteran and Invictus Game gold medal winner Steve James thanked Prince Harry. "I needed Invictus to teach me a very different approach to sport. It's enabling. It helps pain go away. I would like to thank Prince Harry for saving my life." And I'll show you. There you go. Mr. James was injured. And by the way, Alexis, thank you so much for posting this. Mr. James was injured during a fall at sea and left with chronic back pain, neurological issues, and mental health challenges. He competes in athletics, wheelchair basketball, indoor rowing, and wheelchair rugby, and won gold in the discus at the Invictus Games, The Hague in 2022. So that's just one example of the, I guess, hundreds of people that will be competing. Is it hundreds, I guess? I'm not sure what the number is, but, and over the years, of course, hundreds of people that have been helped by the Invictus Games. So it's a very important tool of recovery, having that community. And of course, it's good for the families too, because it brings the families together, it brings the athletes together. I think it's a win-win. And of course, as we noticed at The Hague, with all of those big brass military people there, it is a way for the militaries of the various countries to better serve their veterans, because a lot of times once the war is over, then the bureaucracy kicks in and very little gets done and promises are not kept. But this way, when they put a human face on the situation for veterans, especially those that are trying to fight for their dignity and their sanity and their physical health, it really makes a big difference. It goes a long way. Oh, Joy Amore, you had some vino, huh? I like wine. My favorite is red. I like a good, deep, velvety Merlot. Yes, nothing like a Merlot. Or let me see, what's my other favorite? Oh, Pinot Noir. I like a Pinot Noir. Or a Pinot Grigio, but that's only for white meat. So this is, I guess this is like the flyer, a poster they had. Let me see. So the mystery guy, oh, I guess I can't read his name, can I? And then, of course, there's the James guy right there at the bottom. And there's the choir. I guess the choir did perform. Although, or maybe they're going to perform, but I didn't see anything for the choir. So I know Harry met them, but I assumed that they were going to sing, but maybe not. But they were there. They were there. And of course, Nacho and Honda and all the rest of those guys. So very, very cool. Oh, and the lady, I forget her name, but she's the Cinta Ballet executive director now, the one that they just hired. And I'm embarrassed I don't remember her name, but very cool that she's there as well. So, well, I tell you, Harry is just powerful. He is powerful. And of course, he was being very polite to his host. Sayonara, Avidazane, Hasta Mañanas, all of that stuff. And Olivia Johnson, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. All right. And I don't know what this exchange was, but I don't know. It's a funny picture, though. Harry looks so serious. And these guys, if you all know what these red uniforms are about, please tell me, because I could imagine that they're stagehands or something. But I'm just like, what union or guild do they belong to? Are they like retired ninja warriors or what? I've never seen that before. So if you know what these red uniforms are about, please let me know, because it looks like a bit of overkill, but they don't have swords, so that's a good thing. They don't have their samurai swords, so I don't know. But at first, when I saw it, I almost didn't share the photo because I thought it was like some type of Photoshop or something like that. I'm like, oh, those derangers, but I don't know. Very interesting. Oh, okay. What is IQ? I can't think that fast, but okay. IQ. IQ? I don't know what that is. I'm sure I should know, and I don't know what it is. The IQ channel? Huh. I don't know. But okay, thank you. Rohini, look at Harry taking care of business and doing his, what is that, sexily? And doing it sexily. Okay. Hey, Rohini, thanks for joining us. And again, farewell gesture from, no, that's not Honda, that's someone else. And right here, you can see a post from Nacho earlier. Nacho Fagares, let's see, had a great time today at the ISPS Honda Sports Value Summit in Tokyo. I joined my friend Prince Harry, Dr. Sophie, oh, that's her name, I think, Sophie Chandaka, Dan Carter's, Steve James. Oh, that must be the other guy. Oh, I don't know. Which one is Steve? And okay, whatever. And let's see. Wim de Villiers and Dr. Honda to speak about Centabale, the power of sport, community, and philanthropy. Philanthropy. Is that, wait, philanthropy. Philanthropy. There you go, philanthropy. Why did I have a problem with that? Very inspired for what's to come as we head to Singapore. Thank you, Japan. You're welcome. Nacho, you're quite welcome. And here is another one of those wide views of the room that they were in. I mean, this is a big crowd. And I actually saw the airport style security they had for this gathering. So that was pretty cool too. But yeah, they had some airport style security. Now, Japan is one of the safest places in the world. It is one of the safest places you can be. Crime is very, very low there. So it is a safe place to be. And if you guys have always wanted to go to Japan, do yourself a favor. Just buy a ticket and go. Don't wait for another time. Just do it. You will enjoy it. But whatever you do, do not take a taxi. I repeat, do not take a taxi. If you can use the public transport leaving the airport, use the public transport. Do not take a taxi. I think going into central Tokyo is like $400 US. So don't take a taxi. Not from the airport anyway. And so right here, that moment Harry meets the Stellenbosch University Choir and confessed to be a big fan. It's a group hug at the end for us. And then another one posted that moment Harry meets the big fan. Oh, I guess they're all the same, huh? Yeah, they're all the same. All right, so that's what that is. And then there on the right, they took a selfie with the People's Prince. Yellow Rose Tea, Baron, some of the squaddies have looked up Interrote Queen channel is not Sussex friendly. Okay. Maybe it's not who I thought it was. All right. Well, then I won't be watching that. I don't know who that is. I guess it's not who I thought it was. Yeah. Well, that's probably why I'm not familiar with it. We always support our Sussex friendly channels. That's for sure. And off the top of my head, I could not be sure who that was. So thank you for that. Oh, by the way, thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And Yellow Rose Tea, thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. Okay, so right here, this was the video that I made earlier. And of course, I'm going to share it with you right now.
We do. So keep spreading the love.
Thank you that you spent so much time with us. For such an icon, so modest. Oh my word.
Oh, well, you are fabulous.
I'll put that on my resume.
Can we have one group hug? Yeah! South Africa. 1, 2, 3. South Africa!
Oh, yes.
Thanks for watching Royal Sussex.
I'm looking at Oh, if this is it, yeah, this is horrible. I'm looking at the let me see. Surely that's not it. Could it, I mean, is that possible? Oh yeah, this is a trashy channel. All you have to do is look at the the thumbnails. Yeah, this is not who I thought it was. This is trash. Yeah, I won't be watching that one. Yeah, I'm sorry if that was like an attempt to get us to go over and watch it. That's not going to work. One thing about the squatties, we can sniff out, we can weed out a channel like that in a shake of a feather, in a shake of a whatever it is. But yeah, we won't be watching that. But anyway, thanks for the super chat. Well, that's not our sort. We tend to you know what I'm saying? We're not into it. Okay. There we go. All right, so moving on. Okay, let me see. I know. Remember what happened to Hello? Remember Hello? I'm telling you, Hello is so far down. Let me put it to you like this. I went over there one day just to see what Hello was up to, right? Hello is reading cards now. Hello has turned to reading cards, y'all. I was like, ooh, and just think, this used to be the biggest show on earth, and now they're showing houses, reading cards, going on shopping expeditions, planting flowers. It's like a big hairy Martha Stewart. It looks like Martha Stewart and a Yeti got together and produced an offspring, and now that offspring is sitting over there saying, "Hello." Hello. I was just like, what happened to you, bruh? Hey, bruh, what happened to you? With all your little tiaras and all that stuff. And now you over here. I'm telling you, if I ever see her, if I ever see her removing a stain from a linoleum floor, I'm done. If I ever see him, let me see, what else could he do? You know, any of that stuff. But hello, just think she's a domestic goddess, honey. She is a domestic goddess, and just doing all kind of little stuff. Because what happened? The Sussex squad was like, bye, bye. It's been one, bye. So anyway, silly wabbit, tricks are for kids. As I used to say on a commercial, silly wabbit, tricks are for kids. You know, and the funny thing is, I was just thinking about that before I went on today. Remember how sometimes it would be like some deranger or something, be so patient. Well, I'm just sitting here thinking about what I read about Harry and Meghan, such and such and such and such. Really? Really? I was like, really? Go away from here now. So some people are comparing Harry's photo with the choir with this selfie of Meghan and the gang at the school over there. If you remember, Meghan was surrounded by all of those excited young people. Well, this kind of reminded people of Harry's photo with the choir today and the group hug and everything. So what an inspiring moment, huh? It's something about those Sussexes. Oh yeah, we all did, Carolyn Spencer. We all did. Well, I did after, um, excuse me, but then increasingly, she started losing her patience and kind of went rogue. And I think for me, the breaking point was when she got so excited about Trump coming to town. You remember that? That was when I first decided that it was time to, you know, to leave her alone. And then, and then when we were watching the other Sunday morning ladies and we heard them, well, actually, they didn't bring it up, to be fair, somebody else did. And then all of that stuff came out. And then after that, well, we all know what happened. So, um, hello. 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 Ooh, it's like nails on the chalkboard, isn't it? Hello. Anyway, you guys, Harry is doing all of this hard work because he is truly the embodiment of Princess Diana's legacy. Not the other brother, the one who used to have a striking resemblance to Princess Diana. Now it looks like it's been stricken away. But Harry has maintained the fire all these years, and he has been keeping on with it, and we're very proud of him. And I'm sure Diana is super proud of him. They both have taken pretty much the same path, similar path, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I support him 100%. Like the lady says, I support him 100%. He's no monster. Yellow Rose Tea says, Shelly L got a new job. Can we dance? Of course we can. Let me see here. Let me see. Hello, Ivy here. Or are you sure you don't want William to dance? Hello, Ivy here. Hello, Ivy. Today is Lilibet Diana Mountbatten-Windsor's birthday. Meet me at the Royal Sussex party. Church Nellie's gonna be there. All right, Ivy out. You know what? I have not come down from my high yet. As you know, all right. Thank you so much, Yellow Rose Tea. Now, are we okay to ask what it is, or is that, you know, I mean, I'm really not that nosy, but if you wanted to tell us, or if she wants us to know, that's fine. It's up to you. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to tell us, but anyway, congratulations, and I wish you every success. So right here, you can see the devastating news for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex that neither they nor their children, Archie and Lilibet, are reportedly invited to King Charles by King Charles to commemorate marking the first anniversary of Queen Elizabeth's death. Well, Harry said people accused his family of being in a death cult, and now I can see why. It's all they talk about. Given that Harry and Meghan only currency is being a member of the royal family, the snub must feel especially bitter. It also suggests that the king has finally found his medal. Oh, okay. We all despair that the royals didn't fight back after the extraordinary allegations hurled by Harry and Meghan while the late queen was still alive. Now it's payback. And for that, we should all cry 3 cheers for the king. Now they're trying to make that puffy hand, rubber face, childbearing hip monarch sound like he's so tough. Everybody has been walking all over him. The only person that is truly his friend is Harry. Everybody else treats him horribly, and that included his parents. So as he goes into his twilight of his life, unfortunately, he is going to be at the disposal of Will and Kate. I didn't mind sharing that because it's a bunch of nonsense. This is Amanda Playtale. Amanda Playtale is trying to, it's so disturbing, the language that they use. These are playground bullies. That's all these royal reporters are, is a bunch of playground bullies. And then if you take a look here, for all of that frothing at the mouth and wringing the hands and sniffling and all that kind of stuff, like she's really about to do something, what happens? Skirt, right? It's like skip the needle on the record. Skirt. The king and queen will not hold a private family gathering at the Balmoral estate to commemorate the passing of the late monarch, and no public event is planned either. So she is just one of a collection of evil, malicious people that went through all that trouble trying to get. This is what's so funny about it. All of them seem to be in sync. Yeah, all of the royal reporters, all of them on Twitter and everything. They went through all that saber rattling and bristling and gnashing of the teeth. And they thought that this is what they thought. They thought that they were going to have, well, let me see, when did this come out? Like about a week ago? They thought they had from like a week ago all the way up until the 8th of September to keep this will they, won't they, will they, won't they, only for the palace to say, we ain't doing nothing. We ain't doing nothing. And that took all the wind out of their sails. That just goes to show you how desperate they are. They want to be able to monetize hate so desperately that she comes out with this terribly demeaning and despairing article, or not article, but tweet. Devastating news for the Duke. And when does it get old? When does it get old? When does it get old? It's so predictable. The gnashing of the teeth, right? Ain't that what they call it? And the incandescent rage. And everybody is supposed to go, oh no, please say it isn't so. Charles doesn't even care. You have heard barely a mention of the Queen since they closed the vault at the St. Charles, the St. George Chapel. You've heard barely a whisper about the Queen. The press don't talk about her. There's no big memorial or anything planned anywhere. Now, in order to save face, now they're saying Will and Kate are going to lead the memorial for the Queen. So in the 11th hour, they pulled that out of their behinds to try and make it seem like there was really something planned when it wasn't. The person who plans it is Charles III. Charles III is going to go pick mushrooms, which is the same thing he was doing when the Queen was taking her last breath. He's going to go pick mushrooms. There was nobody by her side when she died, except for maybe the doctors and Afro Annie. That's it. Charles decided he couldn't take it. He's going to go out and pick mushrooms or forage for mushrooms. Will and Kate and Edward and Sophie, they didn't make it in time. They were about 45 minutes late. Or in Sophie's case, a day late and $1 short. They didn't make it either. So why go through all of this big performance about the Sussexes won't be there? There's not going to be anything. This is not Philip. They only had something for Philip because the Queen wanted it. I think they were disappointed because there wasn't enough of a public mourning for Philip. People complained to Ofcom about interrupting their shows. So they have a little more consideration of the Queen. They didn't complain about it, but it's not like anybody is interested in doing anything. It was a waste of time to have one for Philip. It was a waste of time to, or should I say, it would have been a waste of time to try to do something for the Queen. We've already moved on. The world has moved on, and it's not the big deal that people thought it was going to be. It's almost like it didn't happen, to be honest with you, because the Queen wasn't seen for so long. It's almost like it didn't even happen. It's a shame that they haven't really acknowledged her 70 years or anything like that. They barely spoke about it then, and now it's nothing. They should be leading the world in mourning the Queen, but instead it seems like they just want to forget about her. So what are we to do? Wait for the royal reporters to come up with their fake outrage? Waste of time. So I made another one of those videos for Woo Woo. I'm not actually going to share it with you guys. It's on the it's the last thing I made before this. So if you want to see it, it's the a reading of the entire article. And yeah, so if you want to, you can go and find that. As a matter of fact, let me put the link up here for you. Yeah, I'll grab the link. I think. Oh, there it is right there in front of me. Okay. So okay, there's the link. Copy. And that thing that I was supposed to put on the community tab yesterday, I haven't done it yet, but I haven't forgot yet. But I was up early today, and then there was all that stuff going on with Harry and Nacho. So it has been a whirlwind today, but I shall put it up there. What was I supposed to put up there, though? Oh, I know what it was. It was, wait, don't nobody help me. What was it? It was, ooh. Okay, I forget. Wait. I have a reminder here, but I know I was supposed to put something up there yesterday. Okay. Oh, the Invictus Game channel. Yes, that's what it was. Oh yeah, I see you right there. So yes, thank you for reminding me. So yesterday I shared a link for the Invictus Games because people have always said, how do we watch it? How do we watch it? They have a YouTube channel. So I will make sure that I put that in the community tab. Just as sure as sugar is sweet, I am going to do that today. And then that way you can click on that link and you can probably see the opening and closing ceremonies. And don't forget that we have a fundraiser. So when you have an opportunity, please go over to the community tab and just scroll through like maybe the last 5 or 6 things that were uploaded. And the community tab, when you look at the Royal Sussex channel, it is at the top of the page, just beneath the big picture at the top. That is where you find it. So let me see. Right here. So Peter Juke says, if Wootton's scandal teaches us one thing, it should be this. Once you've got the Mail and Murdoch on side or compromised, the BBC will be silent and you have most media stitched up. Very, very unhealthy for our democracy. So that is the very wise words of Peter Juke, who is one of the Byline Investigate people. And it's true. They do seem to have it all sewn up. And it is difficult to get past that, I guess you can call it a firewall. It's hard to get past that today, or nowadays, because everybody is so connected. And there was, like in the past, always a collection of people that were doing some very, very salacious things, right? Which is what Wootton has been accused of. And of course, it's important to say that he has not confessed to anything as far as we know. He said he's made some mistakes in the past. Let me see if I can say this without laughing. He's made some mistakes in the past, but he's learned and he's a better person. And he is trying to be the, wait a minute, what did he say? The journalist that he hoped he would be, or something like that. He's a better person, y'all. He's a better person. He's not the old Dan Wootton. Not Dan Wootton from 10 minutes ago. Don't pay attention to that. Fast forward about 9.99 minutes to the new Dan Wootton, and that's who we're dealing with today. So whatever he did last month or 6 months ago, however long ago it was, pay no attention to it, because that is the new and improved Dan Wootton. Sure enough. And today I saw this. There are like tons and tons of those memes out there. And one is just as hilarious as the next. And then you have all these people doing these reenactments and stuff like that. It is, I love this one right here. This one is my new favorite. This is my new favorite. Let's see. Okay. Well, like I said, you could just look at, say, Lord Louis Mountbatten. It is very well known of his, extracurricular activities are very well known. And I think when you're dealing with the aristocrats, you're supposed to look beyond that. Now, I don't know how many of you guys saw that movie Brideshead Revisited, but in the movie Brideshead Revisited, Sebastian and Charles Ryder. It was Sebastian Flight and Charles Ryder. Well, Sebastian never grew out of his boyhood crushes, But Charles, as he got older, he got interested in women, right? And, well, anyway, that movie was based on a novel by Evelyn Waugh. So if you ever have a chance to see Brideshead Revisited, if you watch the series, it's a mini series. If you watch the series, you have read the book, because they spare no detail, no conversation from the book has been spared. That's why the series is so long. If don't watch like that movie, watch the series from the 1980s, and it's all about the aristocracy, and it explains those types of relationships, and it's something that they expect them to grow out of, right? It's something they expect them to grow out of, and some of them don't. And some of them spend the rest of their lives in and out of trouble. right? But the thing is, it's a conversation that is not had publicly. It is very discreet. It is very much cloak and dagger. You don't really have open conversations about it. It's as they say, what's understood need not be said, that kind of thing. Oh, Elaine Parker, you watched it? That was a great series. I loved it. It's very slow. I'm not going to tell you that it's not slow, but if you're into dialogue, if you like a good period piece, because it does take you back to the 20s, I think, it's got all those ingredients. If you like Downton Abbey, upstairs, downstairs, and all those, you'll love the Brideshead Revisited. But it explains why these people in the aristocracy and the people on the outside of the aristocracy, it explains why these things happen. And so even though, let's say, a woo-woo is on the outside looking in, the people on the inside or the outside, one is just as troubling as the other. It makes no difference. So that is the only way I could describe it. But if you watch that 2-hour movie, you're wasting your time. You have to watch the series. The acting is superb. You have Sir John Gielgud. You have, what is his name? Oh, I forget his name. Mustache. I can't. Anyway. Oh my goodness, why can't I remember his name? Oh, Sir Laurence Olivier, I think it was. You got all those people in there. It was superb. And I loved it. So check it out if you can. Again, it's going to be kind of slow going, but it's worth it. All right, and so let me see. I think I have a couple more things. Oh, check this out. Check this out. On the left side, we have the lean, mean presidential machine. That is Joseph Robinette Biden. Never let them see you sweat. And on the right side, we have that orange, fruity, vicious bowl of Jell-O. Yes, we have that big, vicious bowl of Jell-O, Donald John Trump, otherwise known as a big, sloppy mess, a big, fat, sloppy mess. Just looking just slouchy and sloppy, and his suit never fits. And he's got that ridiculous spray tan. And for some reason, it looks like his top lip is yellow. Anyway, he's nasty and sloppy and vulgar. And my favorite photo of the week, of course, is the one where I had to remove that person out of the center of the field there. But I could just imagine the conversation. Hey, did you hear about the titles? Yeah. Oh, that's what this picture says to me. Did you hear about the titles? Yeah, who cares? What a nice couple. And lastly, this is the very last for today. Spare, Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, Spare. Take a look at those numbers right there. For some reason, Spare has jumped from 2065th place in Japan to the 21st place. You heard me. It went from being numbered 2065th to the 21st best-selling book on their Amazon, their version of Amazon, whatever that is. But yeah, Spare is like super popular in just 24 hours. Placed in Amazon. Oh, it is their Amazon. In Amazon book rankings, in 24 hours, it went from 2065th to the 21st place. That's got to be a record. That has to be a record. I don't think anything has ever performed like that. So I think the book will resonate with the young people and older people of Japan. There's a lot of high expectations in Japanese culture to achieve, right? And kind of like Korea, same thing. There are some very high expectations. And Harry was born into a world where he had some very high expectations. And I'm sure there's certain parts of it that they will definitely identify with. So I think the book is going to do extremely well. It's doing amazing right now. I mean, 24 hours, and look at how fast it has rose up to that position in Amazon. So, yeah. What am I looking at here? What's over? It's almost over. Did something happen? Let me see. Facelift. Who's facelift? What did I miss? And by the way, if you guys are staying up, I am done. That was it for today. So get some rest and we will talk tomorrow. I'm going to probably go on about this time tomorrow. I mean, about this time, not before this time, but at about this time. It's 7 p.m. here. So, yeah, I'm thinking about 7 p.m. We'll see how it goes. Okay. This is a very cryptic conversation. I don't understand what's happening. But oh, man. All right. So anyway, thank you for the $10 super chat, Deranger. Greatly appreciate it. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And thanks for spending over a week watching Royal Sussex so you can make sure I got that $10. I'll put it with the rest, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe see a movie or something. But thank you. And God save the queens. And that includes pegging, Edward, all the queens. Hello, that queen too. God save the queens. All of them. VS, I didn't know you were here. Hey, VS. Let me see. VS, I was up early yesterday and I watched almost the entire VS Speaks Royally. I was actually multitasking, but I did watch yesterday. Just so you know, I was up early. Very weird. My body is always like, what the heck are we doing up this early? Yeah, always weird for me to be up early. You know, they say usually very creative people are night owls. I don't know how creative I am, but I'm definitely a night owl. Okay, good night, everyone. Thank you. Don't forget to give a nod to our queens on the way out, Doria and Diana. Oh, I think we have a last word of the day. Peace and love, everyone, and have a pleasant evening. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. That is wonderful. Thank you very much. Oh, good night, Kim Peaches. Carlene Beckford, good night. Yes, thank you, 1960. Everyone, continue to pray for Harry, Meghan, and Mama Doria for the protection. And, why don't I do that instead of letting it move, right? Keep their marriage strong. Absolutely. Their marriage is strong. They're strong. Their family is strong. Everything is strong. Their finances are strong. I was hoping that Harry was going to pull out that winning lottery ticket. I really was. Oh, my goodness. That would have been, I was like, please. Or even better, Doria. I would love for Doria to have won that lottery. If you guys don't know, it was a $6 billion, the largest jackpot in U.S. history. You know it wasn't me. If it was me, you know what today's Royal Sussex would sound like? That's what Royal Sussex would sound like. I wouldn't be able to speak. I would not be able to speak. Royal Sussex would have been reduced to just a few, like, I don't know, very cryptic sounds, or it would sound very, very gassy. Yeah, you would think I was having a fit over here if I had won that lottery. Yeah, Diane Hawkins, we want them to be safe. Nacho and Harry. Definitely need them to be safe. Get them safely back. Harry to Montecito and Nacho back to Argentina or wherever he's going next. Does he have a home in LA? I bet he does. I mean, after all, he is the international face of Polo by Ralph Lauren. The international face of Polo. Okay. Did I do all of my videos today? I think so. You know, I always feel like I forgot something. Always. Yeah, that was it. That was it. Wow, I did 3 uploads today. Well, 1 live and 2 uploads. Do you guys know that Royal Sussex has like 1,150, I think it's 1,157 videos now? And only a handful of those are the shorts. I think there might be 20 shorts. And all the rest of them are either edited or live videos. 1,154 videos. And over, I think, 21 million views. Yeah, 21 million views. And like, I don't know, 4 million watch hours. The statistics are shocking. I can't believe it. I'm just like, what in the world did I talk about all that time? But you know me, anything's liable to come out of my mouth. So I could only imagine what I have said over the years. Oh, man, I could only imagine. Something colorful, I would guess. Okay, let me take a look. Gosh, where did I see that? Now I don't know where I saw it, but oh, okay. I'll tell you how many. 4.9 million watch hours. 4.9 million watch hours and 20.8 million views. So let's round it off. 21 million views and 5 million watch hours. Wow. That is staggering. That is staggering. Oh, well. It's fun. It's been fun, and it continues to be fun. It never gets old to me. All right. Well, thank you, subscribers, members, and let me see. The moderators. Thank you for everyone for the thumbs up and for sharing Royal Sussex. And to the derangers, thank you for your thumbs down, right? Don't forget to do the thumbs down. And thanks for the $10. Like that one. Yeah, so thank you. I want to thank you for giving me the best $10 of my life. And I want to thank you for giving me the best $10 of my life. Tuned into Royal Sussex and told me about another show. I said I may have heard of it, but I really didn't know. And even if I have, It don't matter, 'cause you gave me $10, $10. I want to thank you for giving me the best $10 of my life. And I want to thank you for giving me the best $10 of my life. I knew I'd do something with that. But okay, so, and that is why the hate watchers are here, because they just never know what I'm going to say. And the thing is, I don't know either. I just show up. Oh, let me see. What's that you say? You know, I was checking it as you spoke. Thanks for the $10 donation, trolls. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you know, I thought it was the girl with the glasses. Remember the girl with the glasses? I thought it was her. But I'm like, well, it sounds familiar, but anyway, I guess it wasn't. It was some weirdo. Yeah, it's so. Anyway, you guys, if you did click on the link, make sure you remove it from your watch history. Go and clear your history, or make sure you remove just that one item. Otherwise, it's going to keep popping up and popping up. And this is how you make sure that you get rid of those things. All of those channels that get on your nerves, they never pop up on my feed, because I make sure when I click on the wrong thing, I go and remove it from the history, because if you leave it, then the algorithm are going to think that you want it. And they'll keep bringing it to you. So remove it from your watch history, and then keep hitting not interested. You go to those three dots, not interested. I promise you it works. It works. Okay, so I want to thank you for giving me the best $10 of my life. There you go. Dido is out of fashion. Fido, that's me. Fido is here. Fido thanks you for the best $10 of his life. What? 17 straight days of 100 degrees? Shut the front door. That is too hot. And I heard, what was it? Spain is, you know what? We had a chance to turn things around, but people were like, oh, there's no such thing. There's no such thing. Now, this is 2 years in a row, that Europe has suffered the type of heat that is unknown, right? That is unknown for them. It's just not characteristic of their weather. And anytime that kind of heat stretches across the continent like that, something's got to be done. Now, I live in a temperate climate most days of the summer, and in the wintertime, well, we might go down to sub-zero. We've had a what is that? The polar vortex. I'm here for it. I don't mind the cold weather. But some people say, I don't want to have to go through the winter no more. Well, you go ahead, because I'm cool. I'm fine right here where I am. Well, it's all right, and it's coming on. We're going to get $10 from where the trolls come from. Love is good. Love can be strong. I'm going to get $10 from where the trolls are from. Remember the day, that lovely day, they said go watch this show. Remember the day, that sunny day. I said, well, I never heard of it, but I'll give it a go. And then I'm really butchering that song. Okay, I'm losing my voice, so I'm going to go. I can hear Bonnie Raitt coming up the back of my throat. And then after Bonnie Raitt, then I start sounding like Louise Jefferson. And when I get to Louise Jefferson, that means my voice is just shot. George, the Willises will be here any minute. Oh, hi, Lionel. Florence. George. Wheezy. Okay, no, I'm going to go for real. I'm having fun, but I'm going to go. All right, love you guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Again, thank you. And thanks for trusting me to do this work. It means so much to me. I don't have the words. Yeah, but it's been real. It's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. You know, I never knew that song, but there's a song that's too darn hot. And of course, we're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. Or it's like a heat wave, burning like a heat wave. I can't stay but the heat wave. It's tearing me apart. Whenever I stare in space and tears come over my face. I can't explain it, don't understand it, because I've never felt this way before. Okay, I'm going to have to tell you guys, I think I slept about 2 hours and I have been up ever since. And as you can see, I'm getting very loopy. But I don't want to go to bed now because then I will be back up in 3 hours, I bet. So I'm going to try to drag it out till about 10 p.m., keeping myself as occupied as possible. Because when my head hits that pillow, I promise you I'm going to be down for the count. Yep, I'm going to be down for the count. Well, here's some advice for you guys. If for any reason you don't have AC or your AC is not working, please fill up the bathtub with cold water. Put some cups, if you have some plastic cups and bowls, freeze some water, make some ice and stuff. And if you cannot stay cool enough, if you can't go someplace to cool off, get in that bathtub. You want to get that core temperature down. That's very important. Get that core temperature down. Don't wait until you're too delirious for help. So that's the best advice I could take, is to fill up the bathtub with some cold water. And, and if it's cooler in the evening and you know it's going to be hot, as soon as you can, fill up your bathtub, because you never know when you might need it. Just some words of advice. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth Cumberbatch. Thank you for staying for the show. Very, very much appreciate it. Oh, let me see. The Ohio Players. What song did they have? You know, I can't think of any of their songs right now. Huh, that's strange. I haven't thought about them in ages. I just remember that album cover with the honey. And after that, I felt kind of weird about them. Remember the album cover with that honey? Was that the Ohio Players? That was kind of, I remember, I don't know if that was just like a conspiracy or a urban legend or whatever, but it's something about the Ohio Players and that that honey album cover that weirds me out. So when something weirds me out, I can't do nothing with it. Skin tight, dun dun, skin tight, roller coaster, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, roller coaster. Wow. Oh, let's see. Got can do some hot sun to get my vegetables growing. Oh, I looked out at my garden today, and I realized that I neglected my petunias. I got some marigolds, some geraniums, some petunias, and I don't know what them purple things are, but I got something purple, real small blossoms. And I'm trying to think. I got a bunch of stuff out there. And I looked at it and I'm just like, oh my God, I forgot to water. Well, it rained and I thought the rain would be enough, but I got this one planter that really needs a lot of attention because it dries out really fast. Judy, I got hours to go. Or as what's his name? Frost said, miles to go before I sleep. I have miles to go before I sleep. I can't stay that long. Although it would be fun. It would be fun, but yeah. But oh, and thank you so much for the super chat. I'm literally sitting here with my eyes half closed. So I think I'm going to have myself another cup of coffee, and I'm going to sort out dinner and try to keep my eyes open. Sing a song, Earth, Wind, Fire. Is that the name of the song, to sing a song? Oh, you like my little rhymes? Thank you, thank you. I promise you, I'm always fun on a road trip. If you have to go somewhere on a road trip, you should take me with you. I promise you the hours will fly by like minutes, the minutes like seconds. Especially when I stop at the gas station and grab a whatchamacallit. That's the name of the remember those candy bars or whatchamacallit? Let me have a cup of coffee and a whatchamacallit, and I will be talking a mile a minute. 103 degrees. So does that mean that Ted Cruz is going to take his family to Cancun? Because that's what he usually does. Anytime the going gets tough, the cruise gets going. Anytime something happened, Ted Cruz immediately books some plane tickets and take his family to Mexico. That's the first thing he does. So yeah, all I got to say is, if you find yourself out and about, the most dangerous place to be is between Ted Cruz and the airport during the time of a state emergency. That is the worst place to be, because Ted Cruz got to get to his airport so he can go on vacation while the rest of his constituents suffer. Oh, I love that song. The night we met, I often remember two strangers meeting for the very first time. Now here we are, facing each other, two lovers holding on to something real. Oh, don't get me started with that one. I feel good. I feel good all over. Yeah, that was the jam right there. Say no more. Your expression shows it. Da, 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 da. Let me see. Melba Moore, yeah. Didn't Melba Moore go on food stamps one time? Was that just for attention, or was she really in trouble? Speaking of which, why is Aaron Spelling's daughter living in a mobile home? Her father was one of the richest men in the country because of Dynasty and all those other shows. But she married someone that her father did not approve of. And so he left the entire fortune to his wife, Candy Spelling. And Candy ain't giving her daughter a nickel, not a nickel. And now she's living in a trailer. And before that, I think she was living in a motel or something like that. That is so weird. That man built the largest home in America, or at least one of them. The Spellings Mansion, it was ginormous. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. She should be flush with cash, but you know what? Mama knows best. Mama knows best. And if her, 800 million. I know it was a lot of money. I think the fortune has shrunk. Well, wait a minute. 800,000. Daddy left her 800,000 and the wife gets the rest. Tough love, but very cold. Yeah. Well, they probably know better though. They probably know better. I don't know. I mean, was it because the guy wasn't the right religion for her? Maybe that's what it was. Maybe she was supposed to marry a doctor. Oy vey. Maybe she was supposed to marry a doctor. L'chaim. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe that's probably what it is. I'm guessing. But either way, whether it was or wasn't the right religion, it was just the wrong guy for the parents. The parents were like, no. And maybe they were doing her a favor. Maybe they had the spouse investigated or something, and maybe they found something. But whatever it is, it may have been a good reason at the time. But I don't know. That's very odd that a mother would have bad blood with a daughter like that, but you never know. But there must have been a good reason they didn't want to give her that money. What? There's 8 kids living in that trailer? I had no idea. Oh, it's bigger than the Biltmore? Wow. I had no idea. Yeah, that's true. She needs to do something because her mother's not a spring chicken no more. And it'll be a shame if, I wonder what happens when her mama ain't here no more. But yeah, having those kids in that trailer is not healthy. Plus, I'm going to tell you, I mean, I hate to say it, but what about the security of the kids? Her mother is super wealthy. You understand what I'm saying? And those kids need a secure place to live. They really do. They need to live in a gated community because, well, like I said, her father was worth a fortune when he died. And considering that, you ought to make sure those kids are safe. Now, where that is concerned, bad blood or not, those are still her grandkids, and they deserve to be safe. That's her flesh and blood. And I know that's her daddy's flesh and blood because he looked just like her, or she looked just like him. Ooh, she looked too much like her daddy, if you ask me. Way too much. I mean, she got them daddy jeans. She got daddy's jeans, daddy's shirt, daddy's hat, daddy's shoes. She got all the jeans are there. A disturbing amount of daddy's jeans. Oh, yeah. Because daddy wasn't nothing nice. I mean, she would have been better off if she would have just got daddy's polo shirt, but no, she got daddy's jeans and too much of it. Ugh. Yeah, she took care of it though. I mean, she ironed them jeans out real good, put a nice little crease in them and everything. She did crease those jeans because if she hadn't ironed those jeans, I'm telling you, that's just like, you know, and I hate to say this, but I told you guys that I'm getting weird, but that's just like, you know, I don't know what's going on with what's his name? The Jackson brother, not Marlon, Jermaine. I don't know what's going on with Jermaine Jackson, but why does it look like he's got a York peppermint patty stuck on top of his head? You know what I'm talking about? It looks like he got a little York peppermint patty stuck on his head, and then it looked like he got some Griffith shoe polish around his you know, around his ends and back there on the kitchens. It looks like Griffith shoe polish. So he's got a York peppermint patty on top of his head, and then around them edges and the back of his neck, all behind the ear, that looked like Griffith shoe polish. That looks like pomade and Griffith shoe polish. I don't know what's going on with that. It's interesting, though. I mean, when I see him, I just sit there and look at it. I'm just like, what is going on? But that's what it looks like. It looks like a York peppermint patty. Like one of them little hats that the old bellhops used to wear. Remember them little pillbox hats like them bellhops used to wear? That's what it looks like. Yeah, it looks like a York peppermint patty and some Griffith shoe polish layered on top of some pomade. I'm just wondering, does it get on his collar? That's what I've been worried about. I wonder if it gets on his collar. I mean, I'd like to see the collar of one of his shirts one day just to satisfy my hunch. But yeah, it's quite a sight though. And to think Oprah said she used to have a crush on him. Oprah said she used to have a crush on him. Well, I could see that when he was younger, but now he got that York peppermint patty stuck on top of his head. It kind of looked like a little manhole cover. What's that song? You age too much dippity do? Yeah, too much dippity do. Actually, it ain't dippity do, it's dippity doo dah. Anytime something look like that, it's not dippity do, it's dippity doo dah. Dippity doo dah, dippity a. Like a big hockey puck. Like he got a big hockey puck on top of his head. I just don't know what that is. I promise you, I'm not that nosy, but what is that? Oh, was it Jackie? I thought it was Jermaine. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so, but Jermaine is the one with the hockey puck or the York peppermint patty. You know I want to know what's up under it though, right? You know I want to know what's up under that thing on his head. Because it looks like hair. I'm going to tell you that. It looks like hair. But it just seems really solid. You know what I mean? So anyway, y'all tell me what you think it is and get back to me. But I promise you that looks like a York peppermint patty. Yeah, or a hockey puck or a manhole cover. But whatever it is, it looks solid. The wind has no effect on it, by the way. I don't care how windy it gets, it ain't going nowhere because all of that, you know, dippity doo-dah is holding it down. Okay, I'm finna go, y'all, because I'm getting weird for me. I'm starting to scare myself. Yeah, Griffith shoe polish. Griffith shoe polish. You just take that brush and you just, blend it in. You got to blend it. Okay. Well, whatever it is, it's making his skin kind of oily. Have you noticed that? His skin is super oily. I mean, I've seen a person with an oily T-zone, but he's got the whole alphabet is oily. The W's, the T's, the H's, everything is oily. Oily, oily. I would recommend a translucent powder, but that's just me. Okay. So, are we done? That's right, Lady T. Working hands, roughing up your skin. Vaseline intensive care lets the healing begin. That Vaseline intensive care lets the healing begin. Remember that commercial? Working hands, roughing up your skin. Vaseline intensive care lets the healing begin. Where's Black Queen? You know Black Queen to be like, Baron, stay away from those brownies. Baron, stay away from those brownies. We know you went and had a brownie, Baron. Oddly enough, this is who I am. Oh, boy. But let me see here. Oh, okay. Oh, you think you think it's something sleeping up there? Diane Hawkins, are you saying that there's something sleeping up there that is not a hockey puck? It's not a York peppermint patty. It's not a chocolate dipped Oreo. It's none of those things. There's a small canine sleeping. Okay, I could accept that. Okay. I mean, this is as good a theory as anything, but I'm just saying I can't imagine what that is. And whenever I see it, I just look at it. I study it because I'm trying to figure out what it is. Whatever it is, I hope it. Look, I don't want nothing like that growing on top of my head. It cannot be real. Nothing as the line is really sharp, right? So nothing like that could grow out of the top of somebody's head. I mean, it looked like something would pop out of the top of somebody's head, but not grow out of the top of it. We don't even know what it is. We don't even know what it is. So, but I tell you what, if I find out what it is, I will let you all know. And then we'll see if I was right. I say York peppermint patty. It's like it's the coolness when you break it and you take a bite. It's got that cool heat to it. York peppermint patty. If somebody searched the transcript for Royal Sussex today, I'm pretty sure they'll be trying to figure out, what does a York peppermint patty have to do with Harry and Meghan? What does a York peppermint patty have to do with Harry and Meghan? Now, even for me, that's a stretch. That is a stretch. But I digress. Apparently, I digress. Oh, boy. Well, I have gotten so tickled. My nose is running. Oh. Well, sleep well, you guys. I can't believe it's still almost 800 people here listening to me wax poetically about York peppermint patties, hockey pucks, manhole covers. Just basically solid stuff. Solid, round, flat things that just happens to be on top of one of the Jackson brothers' head. I mean, where else would you? Where else would you put a York peppermint patty? You certainly shouldn't eat it, not after it's been on his head. Okay, now see, I'm really getting silly. I'm getting out of here. Love you guys. I will see you all tomorrow, and I will be all rested. I will be like a wild tiger, ready to pounce, ready to talk about Harry and Nacho and all the rest of them. Yep. Okay. Ooh, yeah, a glass of wine. Now that sounds nice. Oh, you wouldn't want to see me after I had some wine. Oh boy, I cannot stop laughing. Actually, I have not had wine in some time now that I think about it. Yep, I haven't had any for a while. Big Mama, you still here? Hey, Big Mama. Okay, love you guys. We don't need a Ginger Avenger tonight. Yeah, we do because Harry had a good day. We have the Ginger Avenger. Okay, cue Ginger Avenger. You think it's a Roomba? Maybe it's a Roomba. Am I saying it right? Maybe it's not a York peppermint patty or a manhole cover or a hockey puck. Maybe it's a Roomba. Maybe he was fun. Maybe he saw it like go past, sweeping the floor and everything. Is it a Zumba, Roomba? And he just thought, you know what? You know what? And then next thing you know, he just plopped it on his head and went on out the house. That's probably what it is. It's probably one of them Rumbas. The little robot was going through the house, cleaning the floors, just minding his business, wasn't bothering nobody. And then next thing you know, he done just took it and plopped it on top of his head and went on out the door. Yeah. Well, whatever it is, it just looks like a very solid mass. And so that's my final theory. It's a Roomba. Yeah. All right, then. I'll just wait to hear from Jermaine Jackson's lawyers, and I will see y'all in court. I'll wait for my cease and desist letter. How about that? Okay, love you guys. See you next time.